Welcome, everyone, to our session on mastering English speaking skills from the ground up. Today, we're diving into the essentials, starting from thinking in English to daily
Yep.
conversation practice.
Right. We're talking about moving past that translation trap, aren't we? You know, when you think in your native language first and then try to translate, it really slows you down.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's like if you're trying to run, you're tripping over your own feet. You need to build the habit of thinking directly in English so that you make smooth, fluid sentences without that irritating pause.
Right. And that's why in this course, we encourage speaking first and correcting later. It's all about building confidence and natural rhythm. I mean, don't you feel that it's a bit counterintuitive at first?
Yep, exactly. Exactly. It is like learning to ride a bike. You're not worried about brake perfection on day one, you're just pedaling. You just need to keep moving and fall off only occasionally to learn, you know? And speaking of learning, let's talk about those daily words you
hmm
already know.
Sure. It's all about starting with the basics like greetings, hello, how are you? I am fine, and so on. It might sound simplistic, but practicing these with emotion really sets the foundation.
Absolutely. Right. And it's not just about saying them mechanically. It's about saying them with feeling. Imagine you're meeting someone new. A bit of warmth goes a long way. It reminds me of when I first practiced in front of a mirror and I realized, "Oh wow, I can actually smile through these words."
Yeah, that really makes a difference. Speaking of mirrors, that mirror practice is such a powerful tool, huh? I've heard that looking into your own eyes helps you notice your expressions and adjust your pronunciation.
Exactly. Yes, it's like you build a mini stage where you're both the actor and the critic. It's all about self-feedback. And we also stress the importance of using simple sentence patterns. For example, I am happy. I have a book. I like traveling. And I can speak English.
Right, very straightforward. I totally agree, though sometimes I wonder, shouldn't we be pushing a bit more advanced structures from the get go? Some might say, well, just throw in some complex vocabulary. But I know you're all for building confidence first.
I truly believe that fluency is about confidence, not complexity. Exactly. It's like making a smoothie. You add layers slowly so that the base remains smooth and easy to drink. You start simple and add details gradually. We even practice expanding our answers so it isn't just a yes or no.
Precisely. And then there's the challenge of common mistakes, like saying I am agree instead of I agree, or he go to school rather than he goes to school. I think that's where natural corrections come in.
Right, that's the beauty of learning with mistakes. Each error is a step closer to clarity. Exactly. And another key is listening and repeating. For instance, when you watch a movie and you hear, I don't know what to say, you immediately echo, I don't know what to say. It's it's like mimicking an echo to train your brain.
Totally. It creates an environment where your mouth gets used to the rhythm and flow. I find that this technique, shadowing as they call it, really bridges the gap between reading a sentence and speaking it
Absolutely.
naturally.
Now, let's talk about the practical daily routine. You know, starting your day by saying things like, I wake up at 7 a.m., I brush my teeth, and then adding extra details like, I check my phone, I have breakfast with my family. Practicing such routines really builds the habit of thinking and speaking in English.
It's like construction, brick by brick. Right, but I have a query here. Some might say, why not just use long and complex descriptions from the start? But I feel that the simplicity is key for beginners. What do you think?
Exactly. Too much complexity can hinder the natural flow. Yup, absolutely. It's about easing into it. And then there's accent improvement. Now, accent isn't about sounding exactly like a native speaker. It's about clear pronunciation. So focus on words like comfortable, comfortable, or chocolate, chocolate, to keep it crisp and understandable.
That's spot on. Yeah. And another practice we recommend is using useful connecting words like because, so, although, however, and therefore. They help in making your speech coherent and
Absolutely right. It
easy
ties
to
everything
follow.
together like glue. And then we move into a phase where you start talking about yourself confidently, introducing yourself, stating your goals, and even describing your day in detail. That's the intermediate shift, right?
Exactly. Yes, like saying, I'm your name, I'm from your country, I'm learning English because I want to improve my communication, and then adding little extras like, I love reading, I love music, and I study every day. This gradual progression builds not only your vocabulary, but also your confidence.
Absolutely. Right. And think about it. When you keep practicing every day, even if it's just for 10 minutes, it compounds over time. That's like lifting weights at the gym. It's all about persistence and repetition.
Truly. Speaking of repetition, let's circle back to listening and shadowing. When you listen to native speakers and immediately repeat, you're training your brain in real time. It's almost like having your own echo.
Exactly. It's like your brain and mouth sync up through sound. And sometimes people say, I'm too shy to record myself and listen back. But believe me, that self feedback is paramount. It not only improves pronunciation, but also helps you catch those small mistakes that you might not notice in the moment.
Agreed. Certainly. And with techniques like these, over time, you transition from beginner to intermediate. And that's when you start using more varied sentence patterns like, I'm going to for future plans, or I've just for recent actions. It brings spontaneity.
Absolutely. Adding that spontaneity is key. Right. And even practicing a mini conversational scenario, like in a cafe, where you introduce yourself. Hi there, is this seat taken? Helps you integrate these skills into real life situations. It's as if you're rehearsing for that big moment when you have to speak confidently.
So true. And it's not just about vocabulary either, it's the rhythm and stress in speech. If you stress the right words, like in, I want to go to the market today, it becomes natural, almost musical.
Yep, exactly. Now, while it might seem straightforward, I want to respectfully challenge an idea here. Some educators suggest focusing heavily on grammar rules before speaking. I think that's counterproductive. It's more about clear communication rather than perfect grammar.
I see your point, but don't you think that a basic grasp of grammar is necessary to avoid misunderstandings? I do, but only to a certain extent. You need enough grammar to be understood, but overemphasis can cause hesitation. What matters is the flow of conversation.
Exactly, yeah, precisely. And that's the essence of our teaching method. We move from simple sentence patterns to more complex constructions only when you're ready. It's a gradual build, like stacking blocks.
Stacking blocks perfectly. And for those intermediate learners, connecting ideas with words like however or therefore allows you to convey more nuances, making your speech richer.
Absolutely, it creates a seamless transition between thoughts. To wrap up, the key takeaways are: think in English, speak with emotion, practice daily conversation, and use mirror and shadowing practices to perfect your accent and flow. It's about building confidence day by day.
Yep, that sums it up very well. And remember, folks, language learning is like a marathon. You don't reach the finish line in one go, you just keep pacing yourself. It's completely normal to make mistakes along the way.
Absolutely, mistakes are our best teachers. Right. Each error is just um, a stepping stone toward mastering English. You're not alone in this journey. We all start somewhere, and the more you practice, the more natural it becomes.
Indeed. So, whether you're practicing a simple greeting or expanding your daily routine into a mini narrative, keep at it. The goal isn't perfect grammar on day one, it's consistent practice and the
Exactly, yeah,
courage
that's
to
the key.
speak.
And as we finish up our talk today, remember, practice in front of a mirror, record your voice, listen to native speakers, and mimic their rhythm. Soon speaking English will feel as natural as, breathing.
Totally. Well, I think we've covered a lot today. From understanding why translating slows you down to adopting daily speaking habits and building confidence with simple sentence patterns.
Absolutely, it's been a comprehensive dive. Yes, and every little bit of practice, every small conversation adds up. So take these tips, integrate them into your daily life, and enjoy the journey toward fluency.
Right on. And don't hesitate to challenge yourself with new phrases or even just talking to yourself in the mirror. It's all part of the fun and progress.
Exactly, every effort counts. In the end, it's all about enjoying the process because language learning is a lifelong journey full of surprises and small victories. So keep speaking, keep listening, and most importantly, keep learning.
Definitely. Yep. Thanks for joining this interactive session. We hope these insights encourage you to speak freely and confidently every day. Happy practicing.
Absolutely. Happy practicing, everyone.